Okay, good afternoon everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We meet again today in our Pancasila class. How are you today? I hope all of you are in good condition. Okay, for today we will continue our discussion about a history of the implementation of Pancasila, or about the history of Pancasila after the proclamation of Indonesian independence in 1945. We will start from the 17th of August 1950. At that time, the Republic of Indonesia returned to the form of the unitary state. However, there was a contradiction between the form of the state and the constitution that was used at the time. At the time, Indonesian country or the Republic of Indonesia using the Provisional Constitution 1950. However, this constitution is not suitable with the form of the state, because at the time Indonesian state, the state of Indonesia, returned to the form of the unitary state. And this kind of contradiction later caused several problems, because the provisional constitution actually suitable to the parliamentary government, not to the unitary state with the presidential government. Okay, because of the a bit messy in the political condition, it was quite a mess. Because of that, in 1959, President Sukarno declared a presidential decree on 5 July. The presidential decree 5 July 1959 had two important points, which were first, the dissolution of Parliament Constituante. At the time, Constituante was used to create a new constitution. However, the Constituante cannot make a constitution to replace the 1945 constitution. Because of that, the second point of the presidential decree is to return to the 1945 constitution as a substitute for the provisional constitution 1950. And after the presidential decree 1959, and it turned out that the implementation of the state government system in Indonesia still not fully in line with Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution. There are several examples of that. First is the appointment of the chairman of several government body, like legislative body and judicial body. Several of them was appointed to become the ministers in the cabinet under the executive, or under the President Sukarno. And President Sukarno also appointed as a president for life. And this is contradicted with the 1945 Constitution. And several political intrigues and political conflicts also arose at the time, and it was culminated, the political friction then culminated in the events of the September 30th movement, or the 30 September movement 1965. there was a kidnapping. There was kidnapping to several military leader or several army generals by the group that call themselves as the 30 September movement. And Sukarno government or guided democracy was ended in 1966, which marked the beginning of the New Order regime or New Order era or Pancasila democracy. In this year, Sukarno gave an order of March 11 to an army general. His name is General Suharto, and this order letter called Super Semar, and this Super Semar was then used by Suharto and his friends to get rid of Sukarno's main supporter party or the Indonesian Communist Party or PKI. Based on Super Semar, Suharto then dissolved the PKI with the presidential decree number 1/3/1966 at 12 March 1966. And this is the beginning of the New Order regime. And after becoming a president, Suharto then issues presidential instruction number 12/1968 about the writing and reading of Pancasila have to be according to what was stated in the preamble of the 1945 Constitution. And also at the General Assemblies of the People, Constitutive Assembly or MPR in 1978, President Suharto then submitted a proposal to the MPR regarding the P4 or the Guideline, Appreciation and Practice of Pancasila. The proposal later accepted by the MPR. And based on law number 3 based on law number 3 1985, Pancasila then became the sole principle for all social and political organizations. There are several pros and cons emerged after that, but the power of the New Order regime became stronger than before. And in the late 90s, there are several global disclosure of information. And this situation influenced the implementation of Pancasila by the New Order government. There were several criticism about the practice of the New Order, about the authoritarian, non-transparent, about the corruption in the New Order regime. And several critics became a demonstration, and the culmination of the critics is students and people took over the parliament building, and it caused Suharto to declare his resignation as a president on May 21, 1998. Okay, and this marks the new era or the Reformation era. And in the beginning of the Reformation era, Pancasila looks like being alienated from Indonesian society, and this then resulted in the uprooting of society from the various noble values of Pancasila. And there were several multi-sectoral crises in the economic, political, social, and cultural. And This is marked by the rise. This was marked by the rise of horizontal and vertical conflicts due to various inequalities that occurred due to the application of liberal and capitalistic political economic system. So in the beginning of the Reformation era, at the time Indonesia, Republic of Indonesia, using influenced by the liberal and capitalistic political economic system. However, Pancasila still being decided as the national consensus and the foundation of the state. It was legally strengthened by MPR Decree number 18, 1998, Article 1, which states that Pancasila, as referred to the preamble of the 1945 Constitution, is the state basis of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia, which must be implemented consistently in state life. And due to the warning of the values of Pancasila in the life of Indonesian society, and one prominent intellectual figure, Azumardi Azra, put forward the idea of Pancasila rejuvenation as an integrative factor and one of the foundation of national identity. And in 2009, the Directorate General of Higher Education established the Pancasila Study Team in Higher Education. And the MPR, or People's Consultative Assembly of the Republic of Indonesia, also organized several activities to socialize the values of Pancasila, known as the 4 pillars of nationality, which were Pancasila, the 1945 Constitution, the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia, and Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. And however, the terminology of Pancasila as a part of the 4 pillars of nationality, according to Professor Kailan, is linguistically wrong, because the position of Pancasila is as the foundation of the state of Indonesia, not as a pillar that stands on a foundation. However, the socialization of Pancasila values that has been carried out by the MPR basically has a positive meaning. And in 2012, with law number 12 of 2012 about higher education, Article 35 states that the higher education curriculum must contain courses of religion, Pancasila, citizenship or civic education, and Indonesian language. And in 2016, the government of the Republic of Indonesia declared a presidential decree number 24 of 2016. It said that 1 June 1945 as the birthday of Pancasila and a national holiday. The aim of this decree is so that the government, society, and all components of Indonesian nation can commemorate Pancasila as the nation's ideology. And last, to actualize the values of Pancasila in the life of the Indonesian nation and state, on 19 May 2017, President Joko Widodo issued Presidential Regulation number 54, 2017, concerning the Pancasila Ideology Development Work Unit, or UKP PIP. And UKP PIP was later changed to the Pancasila Ideology Development Agency, or BPIP, with Presidential Regulation number 7, 2018. The aim of this agency, the aim of the foundation of this agency is to strengthen the development of Pancasila ideology in the life of the nation and the state. Okay, I think that's all. Don't forget to check the Google Classroom and to finish and submit the classwork in the Google Classroom, because the classwork will be considered as the attendance. Okay, thank you for your kind attention. Until we meet again, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.